Take two. Okay. Um. All right. I think I got the base of what I want to talk about actually. So there's something I feel like creators should know, and that's or like at least get a grasp of as a creative, and that's the theory of Pentaconism. The definition of Pentaconism is the internalization of the watcher as a means of control, where the prisoner becomes their own watcher. I say this because being a creative comes with self promotion and a lot of eyes, you know. Um, and you're being watched all the time, and with the rise of social media, that cancel culture is a thing. And as a creative who's someone who's very expressive, you become scared of what you put out or what you say, and that become your own watcher in a sense. I feel like I can simplify that in creative terms, where you create but you're so scared to put it out there because what's going to be the repercussion back. But before I start, there's a quote from Rick Rubin, or I'm not going to quote it straight, but Rick Rubin once said that ideas are downloads from God. Whoever you believe in, it's a download from them. you know and I feel like obviously you serve your God. I don't want to go too much in a spiritual level, but I've learned that spirituality is everything in life, creating, as especially when it comes to creating and self-expression. And you know I feel like that becomes, you serve less if you do not express, and you become so afraid to say what you want to say, or express what you want to say, because that's what you were here for, and believing that you believe that. I feel like as a creative, you reach a point where you believe that you were put on here to create art and serve, and that's, I feel like, that's being a disadvantage to you and whoever you serve. I feel like you're vibrating at a low level for yourself. You're putting yourself in a very deep hole. You not allowing yourself to truly become who you envision to, or get where you need to be. And I feel like that's where the theory of Pentaconism comes from. I feel like people do not reach where they want to be because of Pentaconism and the fear of being watched. And because being a creative comes with having a lot of eyes. There's two sides of Pentaconism, I believe. There's the side where you do not allow yourself to express, and there's a side where um you just afraid of letting people know about you. I feel like that's something, expressing myself isn't something I'm afraid of, but more so letting people know about me. And Pentacosm also comes with privacy, because as a creative, that comes with self promotion. And the best self promotion is being authentic, but being with authentic comes with stories. And those stories, let people know about you. And it becomes such a discomfort to let people know about you in your personal life, because in a sense you didn't give a conscious decision of you didn't give a conscious permission for people to for people to know you. Just put it out there for people to relate to you, and let people know that I'm a human as well. And as a creative, I also feel like it's a second job to push people, to let them know that you can do it too. you know for me, it becomes such a discomfort, because it was realizing that at some point people are going to know about me, going to know somewhat about my personal life. And it's not that I've done harsh things, you know like things that are, hey, you, hey, you know but it's just, I become discomfort when I'm approached by people, and they know something that I didn't tell them, because I didn't give them a conscious permission to let them know about me. And I feel like that's where Pentaconism comes from as well. You start watching what you say. You become very meticulous with what you say, because you don't want people to know you. And that becomes, it turns into paranoia. I feel like the theory of Pentaconism, because the social theory comes with a lot of disadvantage. And I feel like with other many social theories, just, I feel like the main purpose for them is for paranoia and people not to really express themselves. And that's where the two join. it just creates paranoia, whether you don't want to express yourself or whether you just want privacy. And I feel like as creatives, in both sense, just have a sense of privacy. I feel like that's what a lot of creatives need to know. Is not is you are put on here to serve, and as a creative, it's just you are you're a messenger. You speak through your art, whether it's creating and letting and getting interviewed about why you created this, and it being, hey, I just want to show people how it's possible. Anything, yeah. Please, I feel like as a creative, we should know how to battle the social concept of Pentaconism, and not being afraid of um not being afraid of people watching, so you do not become your own watcher and self surveillance yourself.